the journey for me has been learning the patterns, understanding the like above the waterline visible parts of S3, the patterns, and then going back to my organization, the organization of which I'm part, Eileen, and practicing the patterns and realizing that there's deeper layers beneath that and knowing some of it, but by practicing also learning the parts I start understanding and the parts I'm not sure about or unsure about, and then going to the next training to deepen that understanding. So I'm really grateful we had this opportunity to have these 4 courses in the last 2 years. Every time gaining deeper understanding. And so for me, the combination of the 3-day immersion that happened in the courses, combined with a couple of other moments where we spent hours or days together, combined with really practicing it in Eileen, the team I'm part of, and at customers, and little bits at home, let's say. And I think the combination is what works for me. And also I'm someone that benefits from mentally understanding things, so I'm also thinking a lot about this and maybe sketching or making links and these kinds, so that's also helping me, yeah. And then also a big part of the journey is writing the book. So I started writing a book about S3, a novel, a story explaining it, like bringing the basics, and I wanted to get it right. So that triggered me to think and study and talk with you and talk with customers and colleagues. And so writing the book has been learning about S3 a lot for me, yeah. People saying, hey, I hear you know a bit about S3, could you share some? Or we suck at making decisions, do you know something that could help? And then I might like explain a bit and propose an experiment or so, yeah. Did I ever secretly sneak in S3, right? Yes and no. Yes, I did do S3 patterns with people without naming them, but I hope I didn't do that, or I think I didn't do that with like wrong intentions. It's not like I know you hate S3 and I will still do it without telling you. No, it was like there's no value in putting names on what I'm doing. For instance, if I in a situation ask like, are there any objections to this? I might not even explain what consent is and why I'm asking this particular question, right? So in that sense, yes, but I'm learning, and that's also because of being with you guys and being in that mindset more and more, is I'm learning not to change people or convince people. If people want to change or want to experiment or are in some kind of pain or desire, then I'm happy to bring in S3 and present and experiment, right? But it's not like, oh, you're a traditional manager and you're bossing your people around, let me push S3 to you because this is the magic solution. No. But if he would complain or ask me for help or whatever, then I'm grabbing the opportunity, right? Yeah. I believe less and less in whether convincing is working, right? I'm a coach and consultant for, 17 years now, and I've been there a period of that time, wanting to change organizations, wanting to convince managers to do things differently, trying that, sometimes succeeding, sometimes not. But I think the occasions where it worked was because there was a need or desire or willingness to change, or it developed. And so probably I'm still convincing here and there without even being aware of it, but I try to do less and less of that, yeah. Also because I'm in I consider it a lucky situation that I get enough, or sometimes more than enough, invitations from people that want to try or change or whatever. Sometimes you see a person or a team pull in S3 or a couple of S3 patterns, and then they're not working, the patterns are not working, or they stop doing them. And you could consider that failing, but I don't always consider that failing if people learn something like, oh no, this is not the right approach for us, or S3 is not serving our needs, or S3 is maybe even too much of a confrontation with what we are doing right now and we're not willing or able to take that step, right? That's not failing for me, right? Is S3 failing in reaching a better world or better teams or more happy people? I don't know. I didn't see evidence of that happening. I did see resistance, right? And people not being happy with the results of S3, but in my interpretation, that was people being confronted with, what are we doing? Who are we? Why are we doing this? And do we really want, for instance, equivalence in our team? Because then I would have to let go of maybe control, or do we really want transparency? Because now I get a lot of recognition for being the person knowing all of this. And that's like inner psychology playing. And then for me, S3 is not failing, but inviting people to go inside. And sometimes they don't want to, or they're not able to, and that's okay. Or I'm learning to find that more and more okay, and not judge on these people, because we all are where we are, right? And that's one of the things that I'm personally trying to learn more and more through S3, of meeting myself where I am, meeting others where they are, and inviting change.